I've seen a couple of different conversations recently where people are arguing over who is the villain of a certain piece of literature, and I just sort of want to remind people, not every story has a villain. Some just have antagonists. And antagonists are not necessarily evil. They're not even necessarily in the wrong. They are just in opposition of our main character. Our main character may be the one in the wrong. Or sometimes neither of them are in the wrong. And they are just, trying to get different things out of life. But there's also the fact that only one of the 7 forms of conflict in literature even needs an antagonist in the first place. And that is man versus man. A good example of man versus man story, the one I read most recently, The Maker of Spells by Jenny O'Kell. This is pretty straightforward. Our main character is in opposition of a certain king. And yeah, he is an antagonist. Not argue very much that he is a villain in this one, but there are other forms of conflict in this book. That's just the dominant one. Another good example, The Vile Village by Lemony Snicket. There is an antagonist here. Count Olaf is both an antagonist and a villain. It's literally a point in the book. But the main conflict here is not actually man versus man. This book is man versus society. It is the Baudelaire orphans dealing with this weird little oppressive village government that they've come across, and most of their troubles stem from that. Another great example is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This is another one of those books that does have a villain, and hell, it also has zombies for her to fight, but the primary conflict is still man versus society. She's dealing with the racism inherent in her culture, and that's her main conflict. So, yeah, not every book has an antagonist, but there are still 5 more forms of conflict that we'll discuss in the next short.